What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lasitha. I'm a first year medical student at KDU University in Sri Lanka, and today I wanted to do a vlog about anything that I normally do throughout the day. Obviously there are a few things that are going to be happening today. I have a few lectures. We already had a lecture in the morning which is called PPD. Basically it's on English, and because you're a student in Sri Lanka, you have to go for English lessons as well. It doesn't matter whether you're an international student, you still have to do that course, which is extremely simple, and most of the international students, including myself, we find it to be a waste of time just because they're going through very simple tasks. There are a lot of grammatical exercises which normally we take for granted. So we had about 2 hours of that, and now it's currently 9:45, so in about 15 minutes we have a physiology lecture. So normally all our lectures are carried out on Zoom at the moment because of this entire corona situation, and it's really annoying because we were meant to start university in a couple of days. So today is Friday, we were meant to start on Monday, but the number of corona cases in Sri Lanka have increased in the past few days. We had about 10 cases per day, but all of a sudden that went to about 100 cases a day to 200 cases a day. So now the government's thinking whether we should shut down all the schools and universities again, and most likely we are going to be starting university next month. So which is kind of annoying because using Zoom can be a little bit challenging. That's because the internet connection in Sri Lanka are really bad. They're really slow. It's not like the connections that you get in the UK, for instance. I used to have this 100 GB per second with Virgin Media, and it was awesome. But what I have right now, it's a 4 MB per second, and that's awful, extremely awful. I cannot do anything with that. Obviously they advertise it as 4 megabytes per second, but then in reality it's about 1 megabyte or 500 kilobytes per second, which you can't do anything with that. It takes a long time to load the video on YouTube even, so it's terrible. And yeah, so when you try to have lectures on Zoom, it can become very challenging because the line keeps on cutting from time to time. I have to log in again, and I'm not the only person in this situation. Obviously every single classmate of mine is in the same situation, unless you find yourself living in the center of Colombo where they have fiber broadband. But if you live in the periphery, access to fiber broadband, it's a little bit more limited. And unfortunately in my case, I don't get to use a fiber broadband connection. There are ups and downs in living in a country like this, and I guess having a good connection, it's something that it's a little bit of a privilege. It's a little bit of a privilege in a country like this one. So I came to study medicine, right? It's been a dream of mine to study medicine for a very long time, and just because there are a few ups and downs along the way, I'm not going to give up on my dream. My dream is to become a doctor, and that's my first priority. It doesn't matter whether there are so many reasons not to study or to live in Sri Lanka. My passion towards becoming a doctor is what's driving me at the moment, and I think if I keep that my priority, I'll be able to finish these 5 years and to return to the UK afterwards to practice medicine. So I'm currently waiting to get the link for my Zoom class. They haven't sent the link. So for those of you who don't know how Zoom normally works, is that you need to have an ID, and sometimes you also include a password. Obviously that's depending on whether the host wants to add that password or not. Majority of them don't use the password, but some of them do use a password. I don't understand why. It just complicates the entire process of logging into Zoom. So I'm currently waiting to get into my classroom. It's 9:58 at the moment, but as you can see, it starts at 10 a.m. so my lecturer will let me in as soon as possible. So today we're going to have a lecture on blood pressure and hypertension. Yay! So exciting. Yeah, so you can see that we have 19 participants at the moment, and yeah, we are about 75, so there are a few more people that have decided not to turn up, or they're going to turn up late. Great.
And hypertension, what is hypertension and what is hypotension and what is syncope. Okay? Contraction. So the diastolic blood pressure provides an indicator of peripheral resistance.
Yeah, so we just finished the lecture. It's been going on for almost 2 hours. It was an interesting lecture. I mean, it was on blood pressure. So now I haven't got anything to do until about 3 o'clock-ish. I'm gonna go to this place called Bakes by Bella with some classmates, which I haven't seen since March, since the university closed down. So I think it's gonna be fun. We're going to have a coffee and some cakes, I guess. That's what they sell, Bakes by Bella. I don't know yet, I haven't been there. It's the first time that I'm gonna be there. So it's almost 12 o'clock, so I'm kind of getting hungry, so I'm gonna have this. So for those of you who don't know what this is actually called the dragon fruit. It's really nice. So yeah, I'm going to have a very light lunch just because I'm going to Bakes by Bella later on, and I guess I'm gonna watch some Netflix in the meanwhile. I cannot be asked to study at the moment, so I guess this is all I'm going to be doing. So I just came back. We didn't go to Bakes by Bella just because we had a few issues with some of our classmates that didn't turn up for valid reasons, unfortunately. But we went to this other place called Lounge 171, which was cool. It was a really nice place, very close to my house actually. And we had really nice food and we chatted for almost 3 hours. We didn't see each other for a long time, well, 4 or 5 months since March. And yeah, it's been really nice to catch up. So yeah, so I think that's all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my first vlog, and there's gonna be many others to come. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like down below and to subscribe to my channel. Till the next video then, good luck.